I'm Scott Siegel, and welcome to the landmark 20th edition of the Great American Songbook Concert Series. We started this last April, and now it's April again, so this is our one-year anniversary of putting these shows on during the pandemic. But during that time, we have managed to pay all of our performers, and that's thanks to more than 280 audience producers who have generously donated to our GoFundMe campaigns, principally the Pay American Songbook Singers Matching Fund. And we want to thank our miraculous providers of that matching fund, Tom and Maren Hood. Thank you to everybody involved here who has supported and continues to support our singers and our songs. Let's kick this off, this 20th edition. And we're going to do it with Pal Joey, Broadway hit from 1940, written by Rodgers and Hart. Now, it was Gene Kelly who introduced this song you're about to hear, and he became an instant star on Broadway in this show. And what did he do? He left immediately, went to Hollywood, never looked back. Bad for him, however, that when this was finally turned into a movie, Pal Joey, it was Frank Sinatra who got the role of Joey, not Gene Kelly. But to sing this great American songbook standard that's now 81 years old, here's a young man in his mid-20s. And he's already become a star in regional musical theater, playing Tony in West Side Story and Frank Jr. in Catch Me If You Can, among other things. Please welcome, making his debut in this series, here is Jeffrey Kringer.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I never learned to spell, at least not well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I never learned to count a great amount. But my busy mind is burning to use what learning I've got. I won't waste any time, I'll strike while the iron is hot. If they ask me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell 'em that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers of friends. Oh, if they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and you whisper and look. I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never forget. Oh, and the simple secret of the plot is just to tell 'em that I love you a lot. Then the world discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers of friends.
Jeffrey Kringer, beautifully done. Now, this next song is very much associated with Dolly Parton. She didn't write it, a lot of people think she did, but it was written by Carol Hall for Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, the hit Broadway show. And of course, it was Dolly who starred in the movie version, and she sang this song in the film, and she released a single of it that further put her stamp on it. But in the original Broadway version, it was sung by the women of the Chicken Ranch. So we wanted to go back to that feel. So I invited these three talented young women to sing this song. And all of them have starred for me at Town Hall. all of them have starred for me at 54 Below. So it was easy to do for me, a little harder for them. This song is called Hard Candy Christmas, and it's based on the idea of being really poor. Things are real bad, and nobody has any money. We can certainly relate to that. And all they can afford for a Christmas present is a penny piece of hard candy. So here is Hard Candy Christmas by Sophie, Gabrielle, and Kristin.
Hey, maybe I'll dye my hair. Maybe I'll move somewhere.
Maybe I'll get a car. Maybe I'll drive so far that I'll lose track. Maybe I'll bounce right back. Maybe I'll sleep real late. Maybe I'll lose some weight.
Maybe I'll clear my junk. Maybe I'll just get drunk on apple wine.
Maybe I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still I can't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy.
Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas.
I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still I can't let sorrow bring me way down. Hey, maybe I'll learn to sew.
Maybe I'll just lie low.
Maybe I'll hit the bars. Maybe I'll count the stars until the dawn.
Me, I will go on.
Maybe I'll settle down. Maybe I'll just leave town.
Maybe I'll have some fun.
Maybe I'll meet someone and make him mine. Me, I'll be just fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still I can't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine and dandy. Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. I'm barely getting through tomorrow. Still I can't let sorrow bring me way down. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Thank you, Sophie, Kristin, and Gabrielle. Now, that song really resonates with what's been going on in our performance community this last year. It's not just been a hard candy Christmas, it's been a hard candy forever. But we hope this next song will resonate with where we're going instead. It's called I Can See It, and it's from the Fantastics. The show opened in 1960 at the Sullivan Street Playhouse on Sullivan Street in New York's Greenwich Village. And after it opened, it ran for a record-setting 42 years. Closed, then it reopened again in another 11 years. To sing this enduring song, please welcome an award-winning vocalist who has sung for me before in this series, and I'm glad to have her back. Here is Josephine Sanges.
Beyond that road lies a shining world. Beyond that road lies despair. Beyond that road lies a world that's gleaming
liable to find a couple of surprises there. There's a song I must sing, it's a well-known song, and the tune is bitter, but it doesn't take long to learn. I can learn that pretty little world that seems so bright, that pretty little world that seems delightful, can burn. Let me learn, let me learn, for I can see it shining somewhere. Bright lights somewhere invite me to come there and learn. And I'm ready, I can hear it, sirens singing. Inside my ear I hear them all singing. Come learn. Who knows, maybe all the visions that I see may be waiting just for me to say, take me there and make me see it, make me feel it. I know it's so, I know that it really may be. Let me learn.
Josephine, that was gorgeous. Thank you. Now, this next song has music composed by Michel Legrand and lyrics by Marilyn and Alan Bergman. They wrote it for the 1982 movie Best Friends, starring Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn. The song went on to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. And it's since been sung by the likes of Andy Williams and Barbra Streisand, Tony Bennett, Celine Dion, like that. And like that, we also have a fabulous star to sing it for you now. He's a Tony nominee for his performance as, well, his performances as, really, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in Jekyll and Hyde in 1997. He is also a much admired Shakespearean actor and director, and he has happily performed at Town Hall for me many times, in Broadway by the Year and Broadway Unplugged, among other things. It's my great pleasure to have him back again in this series. Here is Robert Cuccioli.
How do you keep the music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep the song from fading too fast? How do you give yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? And since we know we're always changing, how can it be the same? And tell me how year after year you're sure your heart will fall apart each time you hear her name. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever, forever. If we could be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we could try with every day to make it better as it grows. With any luck then, I suppose, the music never ends. I know the way I feel for you, it's now or never. The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever. If we could be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we could try with every day to make it better as it grows. With any luck then, I suppose, the music never ends.
Thank you, Robert. Well, how do we keep the music playing? Well, you know, it's from donations from you and people like you who think it's important to support our performers who've been out of work for over a year with no easy way back. It's still going to be a long way before they can make a living doing what they do best. But if you donate now, your donation, I'm going to remind you, will be doubled thanks to the incredible generosity of Tom and Maren Hood, who've provided us with a matching fund. So again, please go to GoFundMe.com and search for Pay American Songbook Singers Matching Fund. When you do that, you not only keep the music playing, you become a producer of the series. Your name will be added to the credits at the end of these shows for as long as we can continue putting them on. Now let's keep putting the show on with a song from Broadway's biggest hit of the 1950s, My Fair Lady. There's a story about how this musical almost never happened, and the best part of it is that in the early 50s, when Lerner and Loewe first took on the task of adapting George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion into a musical, they quickly realized that the play violated several key rules for constructing a musical. The main story was not a love story. There was no subplot or secondary love story either, and there was no place for an ensemble. Now, many people, including Oscar Hammerstein II, who with Richard Rodgers had previously tried to adapt Pygmalion into a musical, had given up, and they told Lerner and Loewe that converting the play into a musical was impossible. So the team abandoned the project for 2 years. Then Alan J. Lerner had an epiphany. Everything they needed to make the show work was the material that takes place between each of the acts. All they had to do was write it, and they did, with one of the most luscious scores in Broadway history. Many theater critics have called it the perfect musical. This is one of the great songs from that show, performed for you now by a young woman who's still in college, but she's already won a slew of performance awards from programs all across the US and the UK. We've been highlighting her here in the series in 2 previous shows because you want to be able to say you saw her before she became a star. Here is Molly Bremer.
I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, sleep. I couldn't sleep tonight. Not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for
Bremer, thank you so much. Now, this next song is an Irving Berlin classic from 1932. It was written when the composer was at a real low ebb in his career. He had left Broadway, gone to Hollywood, but the film industry was not treating him very well. And that's why this is one of his few hit songs that was introduced on the radio and not on film or on stage. The song is written as a series of questions, one posed after the other, with only one exception, a statement in the second line of the song that says, "I'll tell you no lie." And I'll tell you no lie that the young man who's going to sing it for you now has got talent to spare. He made a huge impression at Town Hall on the last Broadway's Rising Stars concert before the pandemic, and he has happily performed in my shows many times. Very proud to present him again. Here is Albert Nelthropp.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how much would I cry? How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky?
Albert Nelthropp. Once again, you're seeing the future of musical theater right now. And also right now, you're about to witness a new feature that we're going to add to this series, and we'll use it from time to time. It's the presentation of a singer-songwriter and a new work. And of course, by definition, a new song can't be a Great American Songbook standard. But I'm of the opinion that if there's a song out there that captures the zeitgeist, that I think that we need to share. And that's what we're going to do. I reached out to the singer-songwriter once I chanced upon this song, and I asked if she would be willing to put it in our show. She said yes. And then upon further research, I discovered she has a real strong musical theater connection. She played young Cosette on Broadway in Les Miserables when she was 8 years old. Now she's a recording artist in Nashville. Here is Brooke Moriber.
Walk these empty streets down to the water, passing memories that take me back to better days, back to better nights. Something tells me something's changing. Can you feel it? I can feel it in my bones. Bring me back. I
wishing Brooke every success with her new song, and wishing you to wait just a short while I make some brief thank yous. And that first thank you is to my technical director, Alexander Yakovlev. He fixes the unfixable. The guy's amazing, so thank you, Alex. And thank you to Barbara Siegel, my wife. Well, she's the soul of this series. She's the one who keeps the music playing in every way possible, so thank you, Barbara. And of course, thank you to the more than 280 audience producers who have donated and supported the series from the very beginning all year long. It's thanks to them that more than 200 performers have been paid and more than 35,000 people have been entertained by those performers. And of course, thank you to Tom and Maren Hood for their matching fund. Believe me, we wouldn't be at the 20th concert without their support. And I must tell you, we would not be and we will not be at the 21st concert without your support. So can you imagine the frustration of the performers who know we're on the cusp of opening up, but know that they will be the last people still to go back to work when the opening happens? So if you can donate now, if you haven't already, please join our wonderfully supportive list of audience producers, and please donate yourself. You can donate through the GoFundMe campaign that you've been seeing on the screen occasionally throughout this concert. You can also give directly through the Zelle or Venmo apps if you have them on your phone, or you can write a check. It's the old-fashioned way. Just email me at siegelentertainment@msn.com, and I'll send you what you need to know in order to mail me a check. Now, we'll put all of those methods up on the screen for you at the end of the show so that you can write them down. We'll give you plenty of time, believe me. Now, remember that all donations will be matched no matter how you send them in. Doesn't matter how you send it, they'll be matched. But remember that our matching fund is worthless unless you actually donate. So please help us support New York's great artists. Now, we're going to close our show with this song that became a hit at another difficult time in our history. Mama Cass Elliot premiered this song on a TV show in December of 1969 and was released as a single that rose up the charts in 1970. Then, as now, it speaks of hope for the future. To sing it for you and close our show, it's my great pleasure to welcome back to the series a gentleman who was nominated for a Drama Desk Award for his solo performance in Songs for an Unmade Bed. He's the veteran of 5 Broadway shows, and he starred in a great many of my concerts at Town Hall and Feinstein's 54 Below. Here is Michael Winther.
Hey, I just wanted to congratulate everybody on 20 shows. That's amazing. Thank you, Scott and Barbara, and to all of you producers out there. You made this happen, so thank you so much. There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new world coming. This one's coming to an end. There's a new voice calling. You can hear it if you try. 'Cause it's growing a little stronger with each day that passes by. There's a brand new morning, rising clear and sweet and free. There's a new day dawning. It belongs to you and me. Yes, a new world's coming, the one we've had visions of. And it's coming in peace, it's coming in joy, it's coming in love. Ba 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 ba. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da do do. Da ba da do do da ba da da do. Za ba da do do da ba da. There's a new world coming. world coming. This one's finally coming to an end. There's a new voice singing. You can hear it if you try. Oh, 'cause it's growing stronger with each day that passes by. There's a brand new morning rising clear and sweet and free. There's a new day dawning. It belongs to you and me. Yes, a new world is coming, the one we've had visions of. And it's coming in peace, it's coming in joy. Oh, can't you feel the peace and all that joy? It's coming in peace and joy, but mostly it's coming in love. Ooh, peace, joy, and love. Oh, sing it with me now. Peace, joy, and love. Peace, joy, and love. Can you feel the peace? Can you feel the joy? Can you feel the love? Feel the joy, feel the peace, feel the love. Open up your heart and let it in. Oh, feel the peace, feel the joy, feel the love. Open up your heart to the peace. Oh, open up your heart to all the love.